one day I'll go.
One day?
I'm headed to Florida soon.
Florida's very hot, very humid.
Well, I will be giving up non-humid 10-degree temperatures here in Berlin for that.
Sure.
It'll be a shame. I love the cold.
That'll be nice, man. Go to the beach.
Man, does it really have a beach? Really?
Where?
Compared to Australia's beaches, does anywhere really have a beach?
Oh, come on, man. I've been to some nice places.
Oh, sorry. Maybe one day when I earn player level money, I can travel to nice places.
Oh.
For now, I travel to LAN events. I still live a good life. I'm very happy. Let's get to our game, man, because it's already underway. Nothing too unusual with the bans, but still a very early pickup for an anti-mage coming out here from Fire.
Damn, Storm first two. Can't say I've ever seen that before, but you want a first two Storm, you don't want them to pick anti-mage against you, so you just take them both.
Oh, but you could well, I suppose you could always ban it, but what are you going to do? Let a Shrike or a Gyrocopter through? Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, so let's see how they plan to deal with the anti-mage. That's the question.
One of the most common dual starts has actually been Lina Earthshaker. I think as far as like first two pair picks, it's been up there. Like I'm not going to say 50%, but it had a higher percentage than most other like pair picks at the start.
Yeah, Earthshaker's good. He's very good against anti-mage, especially in like late game. So many different stuns and so much lockdown.
Probably what you search for. And okay, well we'll get a different lockdown in a way.
Rook's solid. Good instant lift. Set up for like a Lina stun or something else. Also, you can always get blink from anti-mage, so it's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. You're still mana void, then you're still happy with that up against someone like Soul Spirit.
Sure.
The only two abilities you can get from him.
Yeah,
I did learn last night though. Rubik versus Spirit Breaker. Like I always knew with the Witch Doctor with the Death Ward, you should always toggle Restoration, so you can't give your Death Ward.
Yeah.
You should never give Death Ward. But I didn't really think about the Spirit Breaker toggling, like not toggling, but activating Empowering Haste.
Yeah.
So you never
well, the thing is, I don't know. Like Spirit Breaker spells are pretty bad to steal because they all coincide with his Greater Bash. So if you don't have the Greater Bash, then the charge doesn't really do too much except move you across the map, and then the ultimate doesn't do anything except teleport you on top of your opponent, which isn't always what you want as to support Rubik.
Yeah. So maybe not the greatest hero to have against it. I still enjoyed it. We had oh god. It was actually in the ESL SEA qualifier. We had this Ruby that just kept stealing charge, and he would charge into telekinesis. And speak of the devil, we actually get the Spirit Breaker. But it was hilarious because his charge let him get in range for the telekinesis. It was
gonna happen.
It was weird because you'd expect like blink or something, but it worked in a way.
4-man's blink dagger right there.
Yeah. Well, Spirit Breaker, Storm Spirit, Anti-Mage. I'll assume this will be a support Spirit Breaker instead of picking up all 3 cores at the start.
They give them the option to do whatever they want. It could be offline.
Kind of funny though, like with the bans, like the offlaners got heavily banned out, so maybe they would just do it anyway. No Darkseer, no Clockwork, no Tusker, no Broodmother in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they just go into something like a Dazzle +1. Really? Yeah, so many options. So many options. Fun to see this Fire team back together. I say back together. It's bits and pieces.
I really like the Moo guy. Fire Moo.
Okay. Because of his name or because of what his play?
Because of his play and his attitude and his communication. Played with him in in-house leagues before. I think he's a real up-and-comer. Got potential.
What do you know about 747? Because he's the only other one I don't really know out of the FireDota team.
That's 747, aka Suzy. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know too much about him either, but he's always been kind of in the scene. Like I've known of him, but I've never really played with him too much.
Another one of those players which we know.
Sure.
Should also flag the fact too for Root Gaming. If you guys missed their game last night, they weren't playing without they were playing without Waga because Waga was in Cologne. But Waga is now since returned, so he'll be playing with the rest of their team. So they have the full Root Gaming lineup, and hello Undying. Go with the Spirit Breaker.
That's your dueling offline right there. Spirit Breaker Undying. Chinese classic.
Are you looking for just like straight lane control when you go for that, or do you actually feel like you can take a kill on the back of this?
You can get a kill. Sometimes the supports, you know, even if they get out of position for a second or they try and kill you, and then all of a sudden they don't have enough to kill you, then you can like turn it around pretty easily.
Wind Ranger at your
And
service.
yeah, it's pretty hard to deal with, especially for like a melee carry, but they don't have a melee carry yet. That might actually be even a Wind Ranger safe lane, which is pretty good against those two heroes. But yeah, it's just to kind of like, you know, you spread out the map, you get, you know, decent levels on all of your heroes because you're doing dual lanes, and maybe you can limit your opponent's farm a little bit. All I'm saying.
I was actually just double checking through my old notes to make sure it wasn't Fire who played the Undying last night. Because it was we had an Undying that went Tombstone level 1 to try and take a fight on bot rune. Didn't end well. Didn't end well at all.
Slaughter.
Alan's about. We haven't seen him at all in Slaughter.
Damn, Slardar. Offline Slardar?
Maybe it's aggro trialing. Like you charge in so they get the initial stun, then you go crush.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'm not a believer in this pick or this hero, but you know, I'm excited to see him.
You gotta make Fear a sad man. Slaughter was like his thing.
Yeah, he also likes winning.
If Slaughter wins right now, you'd just be like, it was random. And Drow Ranger?
There you go, Toby. That's your hero, man.
Yeah, but not in this game.
Oh, it doesn't look like a... Are you trying to tell me it doesn't look like a Drow game?
No, it does not.
This is like the worst possible Drow game, I think.
Believe me, I've bet in so many Drow games. I know when things are not right.
Anti-Mage, Storm Spirit, Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, you gotta be fearful of trees. Spirit Breaker could just charge through Fog of War. If Slaughter ever gets a blink tag, even without it, he'll just sprint into you. And once you've used Gust, you've got no other defense. Storm and Anti-Mage both have repositioners. Oh, it's disgusting.
Give him the benefit of the doubt, and let's you know, let's see what happens.
Well, it's Root doing Root things. Like, they just feel like they can win with it, maybe. They do have 4 range heroes, and then they had the lockdown from the Earthshaker, so overall, I actually want to see if this Drow Ranger is played in the same way as he plays Drow Ranger, or used to play Drow Ranger. When you run him in the mid, he didn't care how many times he died, he still just came back to life again and gave huge amounts of aura to the rest of your team, and you won all your lanes apart from that one.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't know how Fire's gonna lane this though. So I'm not really sure which draft I like more. I don't like the Drow pick, but they can abuse the laning phase with their 4 range heroes. I think they'll have a good shot of just kind of like grouping up and team fighting. They all have a lot of right click aura, so like killing the tomb will be relatively easy. And Anti-Mage shouldn't offer too much in the fights early, so maybe they can get a lot of towers and kind of snowball a victory off of that.
It's an off-lane Slaughter.
It is.
The Undying is hovering around the top for now, but looks like it's going to be a Slaughter Spirit Breaker combo.
I think Undying... Excuse me, I think Undying will go bottom.
Is it not going to get a little too stacked down there, or do you need all 3 to actually do the lane?
I don't know, I think you might need all 3. But maybe they'll try and get Spirit Breaker level 2 top and then have them charge bottom or mid or something.
Fire preparing themselves to have a little bit of a rune battle. It'll be 4 on 4. The top rune's just going to go to Jo. He's up there by himself. So Fire, they move down with force, and Derp can be the first man. Still got telekinesis, but they make a nice little bit of a wall. Whitebeard, Moo, as well as Fluff and stuff. Okay, maybe the better wall. It's going to be the Fissure into the Light Strike Array. And goodbye the Undying. First blood spilt by the Rubik. Of all people. They still didn't get both of the 100 runes. That's the only downside. Actually, the other downside is the fact that Fire actually now have to put Fluff and stuff in the mid lane. Because the Storm was forced to run through the bottom river to get away to safety. Without dying, obviously. So now you've actually got wasted time for the Storm Spirit. That 100 rune may not do as much as he would have hoped.
At least he got it though. Could be worse.
Yeah, true. And the anime has all the space in the world, which the Earthshaker wasn't there in time to... But he didn't fissure block mid. It was just a fissure he threw in the fight before. But he lost control of top. So JO will get very easy farm in a very comfortable position.
Good for Fluff, you know. It's a nice solo experience creep, get him closer to his level 2. Then he can just go around perma-bashing people.
I really want to watch this Slaughter. This Slaughter versus Dro lane. I don't think anyone, if they're betting any rares on hero picks and match lineups, they would say, yeah, we would see a Dro versus a Slaughter tonight.
No. Not have guessed it.
It's so weird. But the Style Shield will do some good work, but this Dro's gonna have a great time, actually. Well, okay, Whitebeard. He's turning around. He's already had 2 decays, and Lion Strike Array's gonna buy this space now for Jar to get back and salve up, and Dro comes in. The Crush will go to work, and Waga, well, he's got enough damage to kill off Whitebeard here, especially with the Lion Strike Array. Both these supports now are the ones with the kills. Just refuse to give anything extra to Waga, apart from now space, because they can try and zone out this Slaughter.
Yeah, both these supports almost have their boots.
Actually, it's a real great combo. The issue is, okay, they got Light Strike Array back up again for the Lina. She doesn't have a great amount of mana, so you can telekinesis pick up. A couple of cold arrows just to harass. I'm actually wondering how many points up in sprint that you're going to need for the Slaughter.
I think, I do play a lot of Slardar. I think you're supposed to just max, max Slithering Crush and then max sprint, and then sometimes you skill bash, like if you get in a situation where you need it, but generally I think you just skip bash until you have max sprint.
The funny thing is though, if you do the math on the arrows to sprint, Waga will be able to actually reduce the speed of move, even if he has 4 levels up in sprint. Only if Waga goes for the 4 levels up in cold arrows. Wouldn't have been possible with the old Dro Ranger, but she did get buffs to her cold arrows.
My video's lagging a bit, I'm not sure.
Reborn things.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
We are on USC servers, so it shouldn't be ping. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not the internet. Pretty sure it's. Maybe I'll try reconnecting or something.
Oh, Jay, you're pretty deep there, man. He's got a big creep wave there. Earthshaker's loving it. Earthshaker's actually getting so many levels. He would just love the farm to go with it. Pretty good job out of it, in fact. I want to find 8 CS on this lane. Considering Slaughter's got the support of the Undying, he's only found 7, so the Earthshaker's actually out-farming the Slaughter at the moment. The Animator's still having a great time. As we talked about earlier tonight, like, Waga doesn't really care about this early stage as long as he can get to level 6. And maybe that's the only downside about running this defensive tri lane. The fact that your Dro's not going to find that early level 6.
No, not too early, but maybe he'll just get a Mask of Death and go jungle or something.
Man, Mask of Madness does so much. SB? Yeah, it's not a... Nope. No. Gonna go in on that tower. But once you hit level 6 on a Dro Ranger, if you have a Mask of Madness, just destroy all tier 1 towers. In fact, Slaughter pulled back, the Light Strike Array, a little bit off target, but they've still got Slaver Valve, and that one cold arrow and the attack from Lina does the job. They get through the tombstone, and now the cold arrows will go into Whitebeard. Decay won't save him from this one, even with 834 life. Now it's the Rubik to find the last hit. Both these supports have 2 kills apiece, with Waga being the Fort Master. 4 assists for the Dro Ranger.
Yeah, all these supports, they're just right-clicking away. They're getting so many right-clicks off in these engagements, and killed that tomb so fast.
I don't know, they've only got like 9 bonus damage, however. Like that's all they're getting from the Dro.
Yeah. It's not too much for now, but it adds up.
Earthshaker, wow, he's actually gonna get the kill! He gets the kill on Fluff and stuff! He got a totem stun while Fluff was taking up the tower. He didn't shift the aggro fast enough. So there was some extra hits coming in from the Earthshaker, not to mention he's got 3 points up in totem, so he got a huge amount of bonus damage. Now he goes on JO2! These 1 damage for the Fissure! They really weren't expecting a 3-level enchant totem. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard.
Earthshaker's a real hero.
But Drower doesn't work on melee, or he would have killed him.
Maybe that would be one way to get Drow back into the normal meta.
Oh yeah, that'd be ridiculous, I think.
Almost as ridiculous as when her aura was first introduced into the game.
What did it do then?
It was actually stronger than what it is now. And I think it also, you had the marksmanship, and then you had, oh god, what was it? Like the act... There was something else that made it even more powerful. I can't remember the exact details of it now. I'm drawing a blank. But I remember we had offlane pucks building phase boots and Dagons. Just because they knew they could win the lane so easily. Because they'd just be like physical damage all the time.
That sounds fun.
Actually was a lot of fun. But this was back when Dro was, like the aura change only came in Warcraft 3 Dota. It never came like that to Dota 2. Talking back like 2011? Maybe 12?
That was before my time.
It would have been the end of 2011, during when the last tournament of SMM. It was the Pinoys who were exploiting it.
Sure.
Anyway, Root's off to a really good start, 5-0.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
It's just this dual offlane for Fire, which seems to just like crumble.
Yeah, I know. They were kind of close. Like when you do these dual offlanes, it's really important where you find like you want to play aggressive, but you don't want to die. You want to put enough pressure so that they have to commit 3 arrows for it, but you don't want to die. And yeah, that guy that's not good.
Yeah, especially when oh no, Bucky's moved up and power shut it down the rest of it. Like he knew he was in trouble. He knew he was in trouble. He ball lightning away from the wave because he knew he was going to die. And he came back in thinking he didn't have, there wouldn't be enough damage to find the kill. Okay, the creep wave killing him off. Oh, that's just... Yeah, I'm sorry 747. I saw that.
Things are just not going well for Fire here.
It really isn't. And now they want to have a crack at bottom lane. That charge is coming in. They amplify over on Waga. And he's got a gust over on Fluff and stuff, who charges very deep under the tower. The Lion Strike Array won't be able to connect because they do get the crush off in time. Waga, they're going to get revenge kills, so you may have picked off the Lina. Now I'm actually going to get the frame rate loss, so let's hope nothing goes too wrong here. As actually we get drops. Yeah, give it a moment. We're actually lagging up quite a lot here. Alright, we back? We back? Back. I still, you should have audio, PPD.
Yeah, you're back, sorry.
Alright, fantastic. Not quite sure what went on there, but at 1:20, I'll mark it in my calendar to go check out what the hell went wrong.
Alright, so we're good now?
Yeah, we're good. So apologies everyone on the live stream. It should be back up and running again. For some reason, we just had massive drops on the internet.
Hey man, life.
Sometimes things don't go right. Even when we pay exorbitant amounts of money to Cable Deutschland to make things work. Bottom lane, Slaughter in real trouble. Can be picked up and thrown a long way back into the gust, but then again, Spirit Breaker. Fluff finds the right charge time, so they're going to get the kill over on the Slaughter. Storm Spirit's going to come in to ensure the kill on Waga, and then the follow-up into Derp, as looks like 747 had a lot stolen when he lost that stack, but he gets a lot of it back. So what actually happened underneath the tier 1 tower? I didn't get to see any of it because of the lag.
Oh, they just dove and killed the Lina, and then Wind Ranger reported down there and got a return call on Spirit Breaker. That was pretty much it. Nothing too much.
Okay, so nothing of value was lost.
It was a pretty even exchange.
Fire getting prepared. It looks like they're getting prepared to actually have a run at Earthshaker. The Observer Ward is going to give him a lot of information about this though, because he sees both the Slaughter and the Spirit Breaker running in. And it's just not fast enough. And in fact, with the double damage rune on this Wind Ranger, Slaughter doesn't want a piece of the Wind Ranger at all.
It does not. We're starting to see Fire get their levels, their heroes, and seeing how hard it is actually for them to. I don't know, this Drow like just gets run down. I think he's just gonna get run down by Storm or whoever.
It really does feel like that. She's just gonna keep losing her ulti every time. So then even the buff up to your other heroes just don't count for anything. Now it's gonna be Monkey's turn to get charged on. He dives in pretty deep and may try and turn some damage into the Spirit Breaker here. A Shackle and Power Shot. Man, he drops low, but only a level 1 Soul Rip, but White Bear gives him something back.
Treads on Undying. No.
How would you...
Just trying to be tankier.
Well, I can understand that, but... aren't you still going to be looking for something more like Mech into Greaves? Like, wouldn't that be the plan?
Potentially.
And you can't do that with Treads. Oh.
Cannot. Well, you could, but... Yeah, I don't know. He chose Treads for now. Generally, it's... Treads are... I like Treads, and sometimes it's fine on other heroes, but usually it's only... They're best if you're going like Bottle, or... a lot of regen items, so you can Tread swap and get the most effectiveness out of it.
Mm-hmm.
There goes the group up with the Drow.
Yep. At the end of that double damage room from the Wind Ranger.
Shit for 220 at 11 minutes.
Too shabby? Too shabby at all? Oh, looks like we're gonna lag again. Hopefully not for too long. Joyful connection problem. I love my life. Okay, are we back? We're getting pieces of information that our stream is dropping up and down. We're gonna drop the stream until we get a little bit more stable. People on the VOD, you'll actually see this side of the screen of what happens when things go wrong. Alright, so... no. Not the smoothness I'm searching for.
Yeah.